my God. No, I'm kidding. Hi, everybody. December 1st, 2022. Wow. How did we get here? Well, obviously, we know the passage of time. But anyway, I'm here with a new video. Sip my instant decaf. I wanted to do another little video touching upon. There's some new details released about a day ago, I think. I didn't catch it until now. I thought I'd just make a video, lighthearted video, about Jason David Frank. New details have been released by his wife, Tammy Frank. She says this article is from people.com, by the way. So if you want to check it out, just type in Google people.com, Jason David Frank article, will pop right up. But I wanted to talk about this because well, I thought it'd make an interesting, video just to talk and kind of keep his memory alive. Well, no one's gonna forget him, but she said that that they were going to get separated. That was true at the time of his death, but actually, she says here in the article, what hasn't been told is that at the time of his passing, they had called off the separation and were in the process of reuniting. She says that, of course, they had their ups and downs over the 19-year marriage, but it was an especially hard year for them this year. A year ago, Jason David Frank's stepdaughter, Shayla, had committed suicide, they said, and that was incredibly hard for him. And that's when things started to change for the marriage, for the worse. They started having marital issues. They got help from a family friend about 6 weeks ago. From the time of this article, so yesterday, 6 weeks ago from yesterday, about trying to rekindle their marriage. So they were Jason David Frank and his wife Tammy were trying to work it out, according to this article, at the time of his death. I thought that was very interesting. And basically, they were just in their rooms. They had a really nice talk. They got two separate rooms because Jason David Frank, your boy, snored really loudly. That's what she says. That's the only reason why they got two separate rooms. She says they've always done that on trips. They received a noise complaint from hotel guests that night, but she clarified it was due to them enjoying the weekend and having some fun, not arguing or fighting. She wanted to make that very clear. They danced and stayed out at an event until the bar closed. They had a really, really nice emotional talk in his room with Jason David Frank and his wife, So she went downstairs to go grab some snacks to help Jason relax and sober up before going to sleep. She must have been gone 10 minutes, she says. She went back upstairs, and that's when she began to knock on the door and not get a response from his room, his hotel room. And she repeatedly kept calling and knocking calling his name and knocking on the door to open the door. And so she didn't know if the hotel staff or a guest called the police, but she said she was taken downstairs. They were able to open the door and found that Jason took his life in the bathroom by hanging suicide. He took his own life. But yeah, she says that these disturbances have been brought up numerous times online. Of course, they're blown out of proportion, according to her. I wasn't there. I'm just reading what's here. She wants people to stop making assumptions and leave her family to grieve peacefully, which makes sense. And she says all she wants is, to be left alone so they can grieve in peace for the loss of her husband. And our hero, right? So I just thought it'd be interesting to do a video on this because, when social media picks up on something, it's so easy to write clickbait articles, whatever the fuck, write this and that. And like I said in my social media video, it's all fake. A lot of people, they didn't really care about Jason David Frank, right? Like they weren't fans of Power Rangers or Legend of the White Dragon, what he was working on. They didn't give a shit. Like, they just wanted their views and their clicks. And you can make an argument for this video, sure. But I can assure you that I'm a small YouTuber. Ain't nobody watching my channel, and if you are, thank you. But I just thought I wanted to cover this because he was a hero of mine as well as a child. And I'm not on YouTube making money. That's not it's not like that. I just wanted to make my video and really just kind of clear up some of the shit you may have heard, because not everybody's got lives. We're all busy working. Not everybody knows the details as they come out about the situation. And I think it's best that we always just honor Jason David Frank's memory. He was always good to the fans. I have seen so many videos of him just giving merch to kids, meeting and greeting with kids. He's been an inspiration for me. If I ever get to that level of success where people know me from the street, I always want to lead with kindness and forgiveness. Not forgiveness, kindness and humility. As the Tao Te Ching preaches, I'll be doing another video here shortly on the Tao Te Ching, read a couple more verses out of there. But the Tao Te Ching always states, if you want to win over the more powerful country, the bigger, larger country, you as the smaller country must lower yourself. And then in turn, if the higher country wants to win over the lower country, the higher country must lower itself as well. So the thing is both countries lower themselves. Countries can be a metaphor for people, right? Or companies. If you're trying to merge with another company, lower yourself, right? Jason David Frank was all about that, dude. He was all about that. And just watching him, I would have loved to meet him in person. It's incredibly painful that he's gone. And, but he's a shining example of humility, love, forgiveness, caring. That whole beef with Austin St. John, he didn't give a shit about that. Not at all. He actually, in an interview, he can find on YouTube, this was from like 5 years back, he said that he tried to reach out to Austin St. John to talk and to do something together. And, he's like, Austin St. John basically told him that it has to be the way that they don't talk to each other. It has to be that way. That's what he said in the interview, which is really, really sad. Because, honestly, guys, I'm going to be honest, okay? They are the original American Rangers, but they're not the actual Rangers. Like, I'm sorry, I hate to say that, and Jason David Frank knew this. He was very humble, and he knew that. The original show, Kyoru Sentai Ranger, those guys are the real Rangers. Without that show, we would not have Power Rangers, guys. I mean, you guys know that. If you haven't seen the show, I'd watch it. It's better than MMPR. Of course. And I don't think anybody's wrong for saying that. It's a better show. But MMPR was great as well. I didn't know about Ranger when I was a kid, because I was a kid. We had Power Rangers. That's what we had. But, that's why I always laugh when other Rangers, not just Jason and Austin, but other Rangers as well, who have beef with each other or whatever. It's like, guys, your show would not exist without the original Japanese shows. And those guys are cool with each other. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, without the creativity of another studio in another country, you wouldn't be where you are right now. You know what I mean? Like, it just boggles my fucking mind. Anyway, guys, hopefully you guys have a Merry Christmas. God bless Jason David Frank. May he rest in peace. And hopefully this helps to clear up some misnomers and misinformation as well. So until next time, guys, sayonara.